Traditionally, in the old days, in the villages, the diva used to be made from clay. So the clay diva, because it's easy. Also, the new modern version of the clay diva can be quite elaborate. These would be used either to decorate in your home or even in the aarti place. The way we do the diva is we use cotton wool, you make it into a wick, and then you dip it into clarified butter, and then you would light it. During important celebrations, I would light the diva. And also you would pray, because like they say, the sun is your witness to this life. So the diva also is a witness to you being here. This diva is very precious to me. The reason being, it's traditionally handed down. The story is there was an old woman, a very poor old woman who didn't have any money. One day she finds a queen's pearl necklace. She returns it. And in return, the queen and the king says, would you like a bag of gold, a bag of silver, rubies, diamonds? And the old woman said, no. What would you like then? Please, on the night of Diwali, let only my house be lit up with divas. Well, the queen agreed because it was a cheaper option. But what she didn't know was, on the night of Diwali, goddess of wealth, Lakshmi, comes to earth to bless. Now she could only find a house with a light that she would knock on the door and would bless. Guess whose house was lit up? The old woman. So the old woman asked Lakshmi to bless 7 generations. And since then, during Diwali time, we light divas.
On Diwali day itself, we go with our families to the temple and do a very special ceremony called Chopra Pujan or Sharda Pujan, where we use the pen. It's a special red pen. So what we do is we tie a piece of string, but it is called a kumbhanadu, and then we conduct the ceremony where there are special prayers written, which either we can write ourselves, copy from the page that has been given to us on the page of the account books, or if you do not know how to write or what to do, some people stick the page, which are special prayers, onto the new account books for the new current financial Hindu year. The main thing that is written is Shri Sava, as you can see here, and it signifies that we pray to Lord Ganesh that our business runs very efficiently, smoothly, but we conduct the business with very honest and true intentions without any other hidden agendas, and to make sure that the family enjoys and reaps the benefits of that business. I have carried on doing the Chopra Pujan, Lakshmi Pujan, throughout the past 40 years since I have arrived in the UK. I have got the record of the Chopra Pujan that I have done at least for the last 35 years in this country since I've come and started the business. So it goes back at least 35 years, and my father had his records in Uganda for a similar number of years. It goes on year on year on.
Has been a tradition of our family. So right from when we were living in joint family, because in olden days we used to have joint family systems, we used to wait for this occasion basically, because all our dads and uncles and everybody would bring us fireworks, and we would get up like as early as 4-5 a.m. to do fireworks. Of course, we do it at Diwali, but there are other cultures and religions in here. The Christian people, for example, they have bonfire night. So fireworks is a big part of Leicester, as it is a diverse city. But I wait for fireworks simply because one time when we can all go to Cossington together for 20-25 minutes, mesmerized with the lovely display in the sky, and then we go out for meal together. But it means for me all the colors and burning out of all the evil, how our parents taught us, that fireworks is basically to show your happiness as well as to burn off all your sins and bad thoughts in your mind and all. The ones that I particularly like are the fountains, because I don't know, I think it's from childhood, it's the fountain that always attracted me, and the rockets, because they go right up in the sky and put stars out, like as if you were watching stars. I don't like the noisy ones. And when we were kids, we had something called chakkeris, which used to go round on the ground. I don't see them much these days, but we used to love seeing them going round on the grounds, and they'd go. From childhood, our parents taught us what kind of clothes you shouldn't wear when you're doing fireworks, how much of a distance you should keep. You should never straight away use a matchstick and burn it, so you use a candle or something of that sort to burn it. But firework without Diwalis, I can't even imagine. We've not grown up like that. So yes, you can say have limitations, use environment-friendly fireworks, or do them to a minimum, like you do in Cossington for 20 minutes, everyone gets to see and enjoy, which is nice.
Yes, it is called a chakri machine. Chakri in essence means round. So, as you can see, the shape of this machine is round. It has lots of other molds, you can do other things with it. And this is actually the mold for chakri. At Diwali, very specially, chakri is one of the favorite items of savouries in Gujarati culture. So chakri, of course, is a must for Diwali. What happens is in an Indian wedding, a girl is usually given utensils to take home with her, which she's going to use throughout her married life, basically. And chakri machine is essentially one of the items that is traditionally given. So it is a must for a wedding trousseau. Yeah, but, as you can see, it's brass, it's lasted long, and it's a gift. So, I treasure it very dearly from my parents. So, yes, it is the one that's the one 43 years ago. Well, chakri essentially is made of, we've got rice flour, menda flour, which is plain flour here, and butter is an essential ingredient of chakri. And then you put all the spices that are here. There is turmeric, chili powder, salt, cumin, ajwa, which is celery seeds, and of course sesame seeds here. We've got ginger, chilies, and of course lemon and a bit of sugar. The dough is already in here, and you turn this spinning the handle, and the handle moves round, pressing the actual mold and the flour together, releasing the flour at the bottom. It's a little bit like a spaghetti machine. But yes, there is an art to it, and you've got to have a neck to it to follow it. It's quite tedious, really, to keep the technique of it. But once you know how, it is very, very easy. Just lift them off with a spatula, and just away it goes into the fryer. But obviously, with younger generation today, they don't make as much as what we used to make it at home. The tradition in Hindu culture is that when you make savoury items, especially at Diwali, all the friends and neighbours get together to make all these items. They help each other out. On the Diwali day, we actually take a big plate of different items that's made in the family to our neighbours, friends, to family. So, everybody shares food. People have made different items, some people, so you try my chakri, I'll try yours. A joyous event, good celebration of food and culture.
Rangoli, we do that one, and I like it very much. But when I study and little bit research for that one, that Rangoli is used to do people every day, because when they do their outside place in the house, they clean it, put the water there, and then on the threshold they do the rangoli. But what's the meaning of that one? That in those days there is no lock and no thieves as well. So when the guests come, there is no one to welcome them. So that's the things to welcome gesture of the person who living there for the guest to come, that one. And that's how, including our God as well, that if you come to my house, I welcome. In olden days, we haven't got anything. Just the rice flour for the white, and the kanku is for the red, and turmeric powder is the yellow. So these things we do to Rangoli use. I have seen my also doing. Early in the morning, they clean the everything and then jump and bring the halder and kanku and rice flour and do something. That's every day. In olden days, we only had a freehand rangoli. So there is no, but afterwards, and those who can't do the freehand rangoli, they can join the dots and make.